see what's all there. You ready? Well, good morning. I think we'll go ahead and get started. Well, I'll wait until everybody sits down. Maybe that's what I should do. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to start by saying what a privilege it is to be here at the Career Academy of Pella to unveil a new playbook for launching registered apprenticeships in Iowa high schools. So this is the book. These registered apprenticeships will help more students start rewarding careers and businesses hire the skilled workers that they need to grow. And it truly is about economic development in communities all across the state. Registered apprenticeships are an employer-driven model combining on-the-job learning and earning with related classroom instruction. The playbook comes to life with a registered apprenticeship program in welding launched by Vermeer Corporation, the Career Academy of Pella, and DMAC. Shortly, you're going to have the opportunity to hear from Charles Vander Velden of Pella, and he's a high school senior and the first apprentice in this program. When Charles completes his registered apprenticeship program in a few years, he will have earned a high school diploma, an American Welding Society certification, a nationally recognized apprenticeship certificate, along with the option to earn a 2-year degree. Plus, after high school, and I guess he's just started, full-time employment for approximately at least 1 year. And best of all, he will be genuinely job ready. And we absolutely hope to keep Charles right here in Iowa because he'll have an established professional relationship with an outstanding employer in a great community. So because of this step-by-step playbook, I'm confident that we'll get more employers and high schools and community colleges across Iowa to work together to start registered apprenticeship programs. In fact, we're already seeing it. West Delaware Community School District has consulted with the Career Academy of Pella and will start its first registered apprenticeship program in welding with 3 employers in the coming school year. Superintendent Kristen Rickey said the time to plan its program was shortened because Vermeer and the Pella Career Academy generously shared their vision, their expertise, and their experience. Another school, Boone Community School District, is another leader in work-based learning, and they soon will announce their own registered apprenticeship program for high school students. And, you know, these can be expanded to nursing and IT and engineering. So we are just getting started in what we can build on the work that's been done by this playbook. And I, again, believe that Iowa will serve as a national model, and it'll build on Iowa's leadership in traditional registered apprenticeship programs for adults in many fields. In addition, the new 1 million registered apprenticeship development program that the 2018 legislature passed, it will provide seed money for small to mid-sized businesses, high schools, and community colleges to start or expand registered apprenticeship programs. So thanks to the partners who made all of this possible, starting with Mary Ann Dringa, Vermeer chair of the board, and her team, and Terry is here today, so thanks to Vermeer. They spearheaded the project when the idea grew out of a 2017 Governor's STEM Council Work-Based Learning Summit. And I want to say thank you to Pella Community School District leaders who eagerly stepped up to work with Vermeer to develop this program and playbook in coordination with the STEM Council's operation team. And we have Christine Bullock is here with us today, Representative Jacoby, and Sarah Derry. So we have a lot of our hub managers and the whole team that is with us here today representing, and Cindy, excuse me, our fearless leader and interim here helping represent the Governor's STEM Advisory Council. Many others helped make this project a success as well, including DMAC, regional employers, AEA Online, U.S. Department of Labor Office of Apprenticeship in Iowa, and several state agencies have really participated in this. Lastly, this project also benefited from the pioneering work of the very first high school registered apprenticeship program in Iowa, and that began at Central Campus in Des Moines in 2016. I got to be there for that, Greer. That was an exciting day, so it's really been fun to see the momentum happening with this amazing opportunity. You know, it's really what the Future Ready Iowa initiative is about, and that's growing innovative public-private partnerships to expand workforce opportunities for Iowans, employers, and communities. So again, I want to say thank you to the Career Academy of Pella for hosting us today. And now we'll bring the Lieutenant Governor to the podium.
Well, thank you, Governor. I also want to express my thanks to all the partners involved in putting together this registered apprenticeship playbook for high schools. There are a number of printed copies available, but you can find a version online at iowastem.gov/playbook. Again, that's iowastem.gov/playbook. It provides detailed steps for employers, schools, and students from freshman through senior year of high school and beyond. It recognizes the problem, a serious shortage of skilled workers for high-demand jobs that pay well, and it proposes a solution, finding better ways to prepare the workforce for those great careers. It builds on Iowa's strong track record for establishing traditional registered apprenticeships for adults in many fields, including IT, healthcare, and of course the skilled trades. Currently, Iowa has 714 registered apprenticeship programs involving multiple employers and over 7,700 active apprentices. The Registered Apprenticeship Playbook for high schools will generate more momentum to expand work-based learning, which of course is one of the recommendations of the Future Ready Iowa Alliance for how we can reach our state's goal of having 70% of Iowa's workforce have education or training beyond high school by the year 2025. Other work-based learning initiatives include Iowa's new clearinghouse for work-based learning, which Governor Reynolds established by executive order earlier this year. The Clearinghouse, which is scheduled to launch in 2019, will create a virtual space to connect employers, educators, and students with high-quality, in-depth work-based learning projects. We recognize, of course, that local face-to-face partnerships offer many advantages, but those aren't always available throughout, especially the rural parts of our state. So the Clearinghouse will facilitate engaging distance partnerships across Iowa that better connect classrooms to future careers. Iowa is making progress on many work-based learning fronts, in large part due to the leadership of employers. So at this time, it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to one of those outstanding employers, a representative of one of those outstanding employers, Community Relations Manager for Vermeer, Terry Voss.
Thank you to both the governor and lieutenant governor for those comments and for all of the support that you've shown us through all this process that we've been through. This is an exciting day for all of us at Vermeer and all of the individuals that are speaking and in the audience here. Vermeer joined this conversation about a year ago due to the intense and ongoing need for workforce right here in Marion County. There were several things that led up to that. There is a low unemployment rate. Over 100 jobs are posted on vermeerjobs.com each and every day in recent months. And in the Marion County area in particular, welders are listed within the top 5 job needs that we have in this region. So in order to meet these challenges, we soon knew that we had to find new as well as existing talent pools, and this registered apprenticeship provides that very opportunity for Vermeer and the other businesses involved. So this model allows businesses like Vermeer to facilitate meaningful career conversations with students already in high school. Vermeer has a number of effective programs already in place to talk to students and young people, which is continuing to be important because 60% of kids cite career visibility as the reason they pursue a career, and their parents are 2 times more likely to encourage them if they've also had some visibility to that career. But now those students have a pathway to pursue those careers through registered apprenticeships. And I often refer to that pathway as a bridge because it's truly a bridge from the educational facility into the workforce. And in this case, it's an ambitious but a relatively short bridge too to get them there. And that's why that's what makes this model and playbook so exciting. And ambitious and talented students like Charles, who will talk in just a little bit, it gives them the opportunity to be outside of that traditional classroom experience into learning a valuable skill set that will support them for years to come. And they have an army of people here that are willing and ready to help them, from employers to schools and state agencies, to support them through the learning process, mentoring them, dedicating themselves to their safety, training them, and investing in them toward a rewarding career. So students like Charles now can earn while they learn in a work-based, hands-on learning environment that they desire, and Vermeer can meet customer needs and give back to our communities and our state. So on behalf of Vermeer and the many students this registered apprenticeship model will serve, thank you to all of the partners who helped develop this playbook. I want to give kudos to the development team, Eric Nelson, Lowell Ernst, Sheila Graham, and Dave Landon, who helped me on that team, and to the Department of Labor, who made this so accessible, to the Governor's STEM Council and the DMAC team who walked alongside us, and to key business partners who are also here today. And those include Weiler Manufacturing, Pella Corporation, Coline, and Precision Pole and Idler. So thank you to all of you. Our industries in Iowa will benefit, but most importantly, our students will discover opportunities they never even knew existed here in Iowa until now. So with that, I'd like to welcome an individual who has that direct tie to students, and that's Eric Nelson with the Career Academy.
Again, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you, Governor. This opportunity was presented by the Governor's STEM Council in September last year to develop a registered apprenticeship with the regional approach. It was exciting for us to create something new. We appreciate the support from the Governor Reynolds, Lieutenant Governor, on this endeavor. We pursued the concept of a registered apprenticeship, partnering with Vermeer to develop a welding apprenticeship with a competency-based approach, focusing on core academic needs, the soft skills that you would need to be successful in business, and also the technical skills aspect. The students will be able to become a registered apprentice, and then will be able to earn their apprenticeship 6 to 12 months after they graduate from high school, which makes this enticing. So by focusing on competencies, the time frame to complete an apprenticeship makes it enticing to students. Plus, students can earn while they learn. So you think about this, motivating students to get into this career field, two perspectives. They're going to earn money while they learn. The second thing is they have a career that they can be passionate about. Our approach was also to have an outline which can be used throughout the school districts in Iowa. This was the development of the playbook. The playbook can easily be replicated by schools throughout the state. It did take a lot of work, but it is easily, obviously, something this thick. I don't even read something that thick. So you can look at it, see it, and do it. It's great. So the process that we have a playbook now in place. We have schools contacting us. We just give them information, and they go from there. So it's been a great learning experience for us, what they're doing throughout the state. The process has started with our first apprentice in welding, Charles Vandervelden. He was in our Welding 1 class and had an interest in pursuing welding as a career. He has been flexible throughout the process. Obviously, first time through a pilot, he's been very flexible, but he has started his job yesterday at Vermeer, and he will be outstanding as a welder. The word of opportunity has spread throughout the student body. And I only can speak from Pella High School. We already have 12 students are interested starting next August in the welding apprenticeship. And if you can think about that, we're about 175 in a graduating class. So we have like 7-8% of our kids who are interested. That's a high percentage when you think about that. This is exciting for our school district, provides a tremendous opportunity for our students in our community. We are providing career opportunities and a much needed future employees. The next phases are developing the apprenticeships in culinary arts and nursing with Wesley Life in the Department of Labor. The fourth apprenticeship we are pursuing is engineering technician with Vermeer, Precision Pole Industry, Pella Corporation, Coline, and Weiler. The other aspect, which has made this a special endeavor, is our work with Des Moines Area Community College. They have been wonderful in the process. Developing the opportunities of our students who complete the apprenticeship can earn their DMAC, Associate of General Studies degree, by only taking 4 classes, and that's on our campus. So they can earn their degree, earn an apprenticeship, and will not have to leave our campus. They've been great to work with. Their mindset of getting this done has been truly remarkable and appreciated. Again, thank you, Governor Reynolds, Lieutenant Governor Greg, Vermeer, DMAC President Rob Denson, who's been great through all this, for our initial support to provide this opportunity for future generations. Now I'll turn the podium over to Rob Denson, President of DMAC Des Moines Area Community College.
Thank you, Eric. And DMAC is very proud to be a part of this Vermeer Pella Schools partnership. But this is just a continuation of Vermeer's leadership that's helped advance Iowa. Mary Andringa was a co-chair of the Governor's STEM Council. She was involved in Future Ready Iowa. And Vermeer actually set the standard for teacher externships, which are being copied not only around Iowa, but around the country. Actually, Eric, I heard, is going to be an extern this summer with Vermeer. But when we talk about this program, what it really boils down to is a great job with a great company. Students in this partnership receive high school credit and DMAC credit while they're in high school in a specific high-demand, skilled, and transferable job area. And they have the job, and we use the term earn and learn, but in this era of student debt, when our students are actually able to earn funds while they're learning in that field, everybody benefits, not to mention the fact that Vermeer gets the chance to really road test some great students. And they're not likely to let these kids go when they graduate, because when the student gets to know you, you get to know the student. It creates a great partnership that generally continues on. And these courses ladder. As was mentioned, after they finish high school, they do a one-year work experience with Vermeer, and they, during that time, can receive their two-year degree from DMAC. Now, Mike Ralston's in the audience on the Iowa Association of Business and Industry, and Governor Reynolds actually oversaw a new partnership between the 15 community colleges of Iowa and the 1,500 ABI members called the Work-Based Learning Opportunity Regional Referral Consortium, which is, everything's got to be an acronym, and the acronym is WORK. And that's where every community college is doubling down on their relationship with the ABI members in their area. And we are talking to them about these kind of partnerships, because we're telling those companies that the smartest thing they can do if they're concerned about their own employment pipeline is to get into the process earlier and to identify these young people when they're still in high school, let them get inside the company, see what these companies are really like, and realize that it is, in fact, rocket science. And it's a lot of fun. It pays well, and it moves on to a very, very good career. This is just a start. This particular registered apprenticeship with Vermeer Pella Schools and DMAC. I mean, we are talking to other companies already, and I know that other community colleges are talking to their companies. We've already met with the area AEAs to talk about how we can work together on a statewide coordinated basis, because we really do want to take the best practices from everyone and make this a national model, as you all know about. So it's another great opportunity. Galen Briggs here from DMAC is the continuing education, easy for me to say, continuing education registered apprenticeship coordinator. So we look forward to working for you and with you to help our students and our companies. Thank you very much. And it is now my great honor to introduce really the best guest of honor. Charles has been referenced several times. He will be a senior at Pella High this coming year. He is in his full-time apprenticeship work between his junior and senior year. He is the first apprentice, and Charles, as I've told you, there is only one number one, and it be you. So let's welcome Charles.
Hi. I became interested in the apprenticeship program because I saw this as a great opportunity for my future, and getting this opportunity, I hope other students in the area will take advantage of this program. I would like to thank the governor and Vermeer for supporting this program while it was being started. Thank you.
Poor Charles. I think he knows I'm not done with him yet, because I tell you, he is a great role model for students all across the state. And I can stand up here and we can stand up here and talk about these opportunities but for a young person to talk about this opportunity that was given to him and the passion that he found in building things and the great career opportunities that this is going to provide. And it's going to, and I'm sure mom and dad are super excited that he's going to be staying in a, yes, right? We want to help you accomplish that and help moms and dads all over the state keep our young people in the state. So Charles, thank you for being the first one to walk through the program. And just again, to everybody, thank you for making this happen. So. And we'll open it up for questions on this topic. And I told Charles he might have to come back up. So if you have questions, he's willing to do that. So, or anybody. Is there any questions? Well, we're seeing different models roll out across the state. And so as kind of Rob indicated, we want to continue to look at all of the different things that are happening, highlight best practices, and look for opportunities to make it more efficient. And our main objective is to scale this. As we work with, Mike Ralston is here with ABI, our biggest barrier to economic growth in the state of Iowa is workforce, workforce, workforce. And as Lori Whedon would say, it's workforce, 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 and it's in that order. And so really, that's about opportunities for our young people. And these are great jobs. And so it's just a win-win situation for community schools, Iowans, and really Iowa as a whole. So we want to continue to look for ways to scale this. And 3/4 of it is making it simple. So while this looks like maybe it's a big book, it's a place to start. And when you have school districts not knowing where to start, when you can hand them this or tell them to go online, they're much more likely to start to build those partnerships and make it happen. And as you heard from Mr. Nelson, I mean, you're rolling right into the next one, right? So there's a lot of different opportunities that the apprenticeship program can apply to. The trades, absolutely. There's, significant need there, but nursing, IT, construction. So there's a ton of stuff that we can take this model and adapt it to where the needs are in regions across the state. Any other questions? No, I'm kidding. I've always wanted to say that to you, Bill. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay.
One is that the party is expecting a sort of platform. One of the issues that they would like to repeal laws or repeal support of same-sex marriage. Some people will see that and they'll say, "Is this something that Governor Reynolds is going to support? Repeal same-sex marriage?" What is going to be your position on that?
Well, first of all, the platform is a grassroots document that Republicans all across the state come together and work on. And it's not something that, so it's a guidelines of what the grassroots Republicans kind of look to for the state. But it's not something that every single candidate has to abide by, or it is kind of an overarching goal of what the party is working on. So what I'm going to be focused on, and Bill, and what I'm going to be talking about is really continuing to move this state forward, to look for opportunities for Iowans in every single corner of this state, to make sure that we're helping young people see that there are multiple career pathways to a great job and a great opportunity in this state. We're going to talk about reducing taxes and continuing to create an environment where our job creators and businesses like Vermeer will feel confident in investing and continuing to grow in the state of Iowa. And I think that's what really, when you talk to Iowans and you travel the state, what they're looking for, they're concerned about their children having the same opportunities that they had when they were growing up in Iowa. Kevin and I have 9 grandchildren, soon to have 10. And I want to make sure that they, like parents all across the state, that they have the same opportunities that we did. No guarantees, but the same opportunity to succeed and be successful, to have a great career where they can take care of themselves and make a difference. And that's what I'm focused on.
Okay, so what will be your position on same-sex marriage?
I think that's been determined. I told you, Bill, I told you what I am going to focus on, and that's what I'm focused on. And that's been my message from the condition of the state and from moving forward, is to make sure that kids have every single opportunity to be successful, that parents can take care of their children. And that's what we're focused on. Next question. I think if it goes to the vote, people have traditional views on what they believe marriage consists of. And they have every right to have that. But it was decided by the courts, and I've said from the very beginning, my position has been that it probably should go to a vote of the people, and they should weigh in, and then we would stop this back and forth. But that I am focused on continuing to move Iowa forward, providing opportunities for Iowans, and make sure that we continue to grow as a state. They're taking applications right now. I believe by code I have 60 days in order to fill that position. So we'll do like we always do. People have an opportunity to submit through the online process if they're interested in serving in that position, and we'll take a look at that. And then I'll do a personal interview as well. So, and then we'll make that decision. Well, there is, because we can do both. So, they put $762 million of state funding into higher education. And that just is the state portion. There's also federal money that comes in. There's foundation and tuition dollars. And that reduction that was implemented last year was less than a 2% cut. And each of us, every entity, needs to look for ways that we can provide a more efficient and effective service. But what we're focused on is making sure that students know that there are many paths to a great career. So that's not always a 4-year education. That's a certification, an apprenticeship, a 2-year, or 4-year. That's what we're really focused on. And we're also focusing on making sure that our kids are better prepared for post-secondary education. We're the #1 state in the country when it comes to kids taking dual enrollment classes while they're in high school. And the result of that is it really helps keep the cost of higher education down. And kids that are participating in community college classes while they're in high school are much more likely to succeed. And that's ultimately what we want. We want them to be prepared and successful in their future. So, they did receive more money. We put $7 million into fiscal year 19, so they are receiving more money. We all need to look at ways that we can provide services in an effective and efficient manner. We need to make sure that our kids are prepared, so when they go, they're not taking, they're not participating in remediation classes, because there's a cost to that, and we want to make sure that we can get them done in 4 years. So, it's a lot of different things that we're working on. Mm-hmm. Well, my opponent brought this up. He said that was his connection to rural Iowa was Yonkers. And that's why he knew rural Iowa and why he was out in rural Iowa and could serve rural Iowa. But in the interim, according to one of the executives that served with him, they were closing down stores in rural Iowa so that they could make sure that they could, increase profits and be successful in other stores. So that's fine, but he's the one that brought it up. And, when you're governor of Iowa, you have to be governor of the entire state, not just pockets. And so, we're just relaying what happened. Well, if they go out and say that they're, okay, we do, but he made it an issue by talking about that was his connection to rural Iowa. And at the same time, he's, when he was the CEO of Yonkers, or chair of the board, they had closures taking place. And the reason they indicated that happened was because they weren't as profitable and they were moving those profits to Des Moines. So. I don't know.
Could the press just ask questions first? Do that.
The administrative law judge said that they have to pay the back to the state because they didn't step in sooner to check the financial round.
Well, first of all, I think that the judge appropriately ruled on the facts. I think that's important. The information. First of all, it was really important to us to maintain the confidentiality of the victims. And at that point, nothing had been disclosed. And that was first and foremost, it was their story to tell, not mine. And if you read the ruling made by the judge, she indicated in that ruling that, as I did from the very start of this, maintaining the confidentiality was paramount to the importance when you're dealing with allegations of this manner. That breaking the confidence could lead to really chilling effects in preventing other employees who are experiencing either sexual harassment or discrimination from coming forward. And I said that from the very beginning. They asked us to maintain their confidence. We did that. They made the decision to release a document, and at that point, that allowed us to go forward and challenge the unemployment. So, I don't believe that anybody that's fired, for credible allegations of sexual harassment should receive unemployment, and the judge agreed with that.
Sure, this will be the first time since you've been nominated that you'll be talking with the state convention. You've got this for the voters to the Republican nominees. What is going to be your message to the state convention?
Yeah, well, it's going to be just what I laid out earlier. I am really proud of the direction that this state is heading in. We are, I think we have a lot to be proud of. We have a great story to tell, and I want to build on the momentum that we've seen. Not only are we recognizing great economic growth, but other third-party validators are recognizing the great things that are happening in Iowa. And I don't think we can say it enough. When U.S. News and World Report recognizes that Iowa is the #1 state in the country, I think that's something that we should be proud of. I am proud to live and work in the greatest state in the country, and I don't think we should be going backwards. It's a reflection of our people, it's a reflection of our work ethic, and it's a reflection of Iowans, just like all of you right here who are working day in and day out in communities across the state to make a difference. That's what that recognition is about. It's not necessarily about me, it's about our people. And I happen to believe that Iowa is a great place to live. And I look forward to building on the momentum that we've really seen over the last couple of years. And this today is a great example of that. When we can help Iowans succeed and be successful and to unleash opportunities in every single corner of this state, then Iowans will have a great opportunity. Iowa will be successful, and we're going to reap the benefits of that. So it's a very different conversation that we're going to be having when people can take care of themselves, have dignity in a job, and contribute to their community and to their family. And I believe that is what every single Iowan truly wants at their heart and soul. They want to have that opportunity, and I'm excited about working with Iowans to make that happen. Thank you.